What's up YouTube, Webberz05 here, coming at you today with Q&A number 61. So as per usual guys, today's question is brought to you by my good friend Dark84. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Question 1. With Endymion being your favourite Yu-Gi-Oh deck, what's your second favourite? My second favourite deck would probably have to be Cyberdarks, on the primary reason that I've done so many fun and techy things with it. It's always had a nice special place in my heart. It was also one of the earliest decks I got into playing on the DS games, like in, which one was it? World Championship 2008, when Cyberdarks first became a thing in the video games. That was a deck I was hugely into. It was a lot of fun, and since then it's always like had a really nice special place in my heart. And I've liked it. And I've liked all the new support that it's had over the years. Like when it got that first wave of support in the side set, that was like insane. It basically made the deck really good and playable, which made me want to get into a bit more. And then when the structure deck came out, which basically made it even better, which I did really like. I will say though, with the stuff from the structure deck, I'm not actually the hugest fan of it, because for me, it kind of became basically like what happened when Evil Heroes got support. The deck just basically became a do this one thing. It basically just became a system of do one thing, which is summon really big monster and punch. Which, in all honesty, guys, is just a bit boring for my taste. So it's kind of why I went back to playing it my way. 2. What's your third favourite Yu-Gi-Oh deck? That's hard to call for the moment, because for the moment I actually technically only have 3 Yu-Gi-Oh decks right now. So if I was to go off that one, then the third one would probably have to go around to Odd Eyes, which I would probably have to say is my third favourite deck anyway. Odd Eyes was the deck that got me into the game, so it's always had a special place, like Cyberdark, it's had a special place in my heart. And I like having the flexibility of being able to do lots of different things with it, because it's a deck that revolves around Pendulum Summon but also manipulates the other summoning methods into it, and so I found it's been a really good way to help advance my playstyle, learning how to effectively use all the additional methods in decks. So I've really enjoyed it. And for the moment, in its variant of Master Pendulum, I'm just kind of tweaking a couple of small bits. It's pretty much there. I'm kind of trying to tweak it around so that it can do one specific thing. For those who can, if you guys can't figure out what that one thing is, it's pretty obvious when you're a Pendulum deck that manipulates multiple summoning methods. I'm trying to manipulate the deck so that it's got enough support cards that I can attempt and hopefully succeed in performing every kind of the ability to summon every single Pendulum hybrid that is in the deck, which I've checked out the support cards. It's not impossible. It's just not by any means easy. But that's what's going to make it fun to try. Question 3. How was the Digimon tournament? I think a lot of people could answer this question depending if you watched the videos or not. For me, it went very, very poorly. I bricked so much throughout that tournament. I think it was during my first round. I saw all my Guilmons, but I did not see any of my Growlmons, so I couldn't advance my plays. My second game, I was seeing all my Growlmons, and I wasn't seeing any of my Guilmons, so I had to hard play, which gave me natural summoning sickness, which basically slowed me down too much to the point that I just couldn't come back. My third game was alright, but the problem is Riley's Commandramon benefits from being deleted, and most of the inheritables within the Guilmon Gallantmon deck is about deleting things, so it's basically like my strategy helps his strategy, which doesn't help me. So it was just very difficult, and in the end I ended up not winning a single game and subsequently came dead last. But But I've been so busy getting into Pokemon right now that I've not really had time to properly look at my Digimon deck and figure out what I need to do with it. A lot of the guys have said that I should probably focus on adding more Groundmons into the build, so I need to work on that, and the guys said that they would help me with that, which I'm very thankful for. 4. Have you ever watched Rick and Morty? I think I tried watching the first episode at some point, and I got and frankly, I just got very bored and switched off. So, wasn't really my thing, frankly. 5. This is a follow-up question to 4. If you said yes, I kind of did, because I watched most of one episode, but as I said, I stopped. But I'll continue with the question anyway. Have you seen the Rick and Morty / Yu-Gi-Oh crossover where Rick duels Yugi and a few other people? Well, as I explained, I haven't watched Rick and Morty, but that actually sounds really interesting, and I might just try and find that one episode and check it out. Just need to figure out what episode it is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments, and I'll check it out. If not, I'll just search it online. And finally, question 6. Ever heard any Nightcore songs? I've heard of Nightcore songs, but I've not actually heard it. So I've heard of them, but I haven't actually listened to any of them. If you've got any recommendations of something I should check out, feel free to comment that below or message me. I'm always one to give different music a try, at least once. And on that note, guys, that is all the questions I have today. So thank you very much, Darkpatrician84, for your questions. Very amusing as always. And if anybody else has any questions for me, I do these Q&As every Wednesday, UK time, morning or afternoon, depending on my schedule. And for anyone wondering what's going on with my Yu-Gi-Oh content tonight within my scale of mixed TCG, the guys have requested a Yu-Gi-Oh event tonight, so tonight I'll be hopefully getting in some Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.